This is RadioFire.com. Yours truly, Dominic K. in here. Thank you for joining me. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by the brand new reality show Chase the Dream Baltimore. See a group of talented artists try to make it big in the city and beyond. With personalities as strong as their rhymes, watch them navigate through life, love, and the entertainment business. New episodes drop Mondays, 12 noon. RadioFire.com on YouTube, the Radio on Fire app. Make sure you visit facebook.com/chase the dream now. And speaking of now, we are in the middle of, or in the beginning of, a government shutdown. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what that means for Maryland, and beyond. We're going to talk about what's going to be open, what's not going to be open, and just overall how this affects the great state of Maryland. So, of course, as many of you know, on Friday at midnight, that was the deadline. That's when the whole thing went down, or should I say that it did not go down. So Democrats, Republicans, all blaming each other. Everybody's pointing the finger at the other one and talking about it's their fault, or they're weaponizing the government and their issues that they want, and all that stuff. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, because some people may not know exactly what this means. Like, what does all this really mean? Is it just a bunch of talk, or what? So state Democrats blocked a 4-week stoppage extension. Okay. So this includes Maryland Senators Ben Cardin and Chris Van Hollen. So late Friday, the vote to shut down the federal government, that whole thing went down. And so this is a federal issue, and there will be changes here in Maryland. So 300,000 of Maryland's 6 million residents work for the federal government. So they are going to directly be affected, more likely than not. So Fort McHenry, as part of the National Park Service, was closed this weekend. And some faculty members at the Naval Academy also were affected. Now, there are nearly 10,000 federal employees that work in Baltimore City, and 11,000 working at Social Security in Baltimore County. U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Justice both have offices in Baltimore City. Cancer research at Johns Hopkins also may be slowed because of the uncertainty in the National Cancer Institute budget. Back in December, President Trump ordered federal employees in D.C., Baltimore area to receive bonuses early in January. So what else? What else is going to be affected? So let's do a little bit more than that. Now, because Congress failed to pass the spending bill on Friday, causing this government shutdown, there are many services that we have become used to, many services that just may not be what we're used to. Okay, so these are some things that are going to be closed. The IRS customer service closed. Some disaster recovery efforts closed, not going on. Many government research operations closed. Most federal buildings closed. Okay, until they can get this thing in order. Now, so closed. This is not a holiday. You're not going to be getting paid for this. Closed, right? So these are some things that are open. Okay, Social Security and other government benefits open. Medicare and Medicaid open. Okay, U.S. Postal Service open. The Russia investigation, the Mueller investigation, that is going on. Okay, local parks, schools, libraries, and city government buildings. This is city government buildings open. Airports open. Federal prisons open. Veterans hospitals open, federal courts open, Congress open, federal financial aid open, food inspection open, Amtrak open. So this is the maybe list. So maybe national parks and monuments, Smithsonian Museum and the National Zoo, maybe. National Zoo Panda Cam, that's important, maybe. All right, passport office, maybe. Military operations, nah, they're not sure yet. And Federal Service Academy athletics, maybe. Right. So also, so benefits. A lot of people are concerned about the benefits and whether that's going to happen. So many of those benefits may be delayed slightly, but you are going to get them. Now, if the zoo does close, then so will the Panda Cam for those people that are concerned about that. Now, just so you know, the United States Postal Service is an independent agency, so they are not affected by a government shutdown. Now, so, think what you want to think about that. Amtrak is only partially funded by the government, so that's why they're going to have their normal operations. And the TSA officers and customs agents will still continue to work, as we said, at the airport. Now, the special counsel Mueller's Russia investigation, the probe that is going on, is approved by Congress outside of the normal government funding process. So that's why it is not affected. So if you were, wondering, some of those Trump supporters are like, wait, why is this still going on? But it's funded differently. So that's why that is still going on. So, I was talking to one of my friends, and we were trying to figure out how long is this shutdown going to go on, and we were trying to talk about this. I'm predicting that this is going to take about a week. I wish that it wasn't happening, but my predictions are this is going to take a week. Hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully it is concluded a lot quicker than that. But that's my prediction. I think that both sides are trying to hold out, and eventually the people are going to get tired of this. Let's say this goes on for, let's just say worst case scenario, this happens for like a month. Can you imagine how disgruntled people are going to be? 1 month, some of these government agencies and people affected. 1 month would be, I can't even say how bad 1 month would be. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, the brand new Radio on Fire Android app is available now. You can get that in the Google Play, Play Store. Radio on Fire Live is the name of the app, and the Apple version of this, the iOS version, is coming in February. So I definitely encourage people to check that out. See you guys tomorrow.